it's Lisa. Welcome back. If you've been following me, I thought I'd jump in and share some of the projects that I've been finishing in the past few weeks. It's been about a month since I last put something out on YouTube. So yeah, I thought I'd share what I've been working on. Hope everyone's well. It's a Sunday here. It's a really gloomy, overcast day. So it's a good day for curling up on the couch with your projects. So well, let's just get started. I am wearing my most recent finished object, which is this beautiful jumper with all this textured detail on the front, and I don't know if you probably won't see, but it's the same on the back. Some details about the pattern. This was a test knit for mipi, M-I-P-I, the label. She's a Danish new young designer, and I finished this a few weeks ago, just before the deadline. So I did get it finished. I knit this in an extra small size, and I did make quite a few modifications, which I checked with the designer, and she was great and said that whatever I felt comfortable wearing would be fine. So this pattern is meant to have more bobbles and cables on the sleeves, which I omitted. So these sleeves have just got the double moss stitch. I also did much longer cuffs. So it's a cinched cuff. She does give you 3 different options you can choose. There is a ruffle. I chose not to do that. So this is beautiful cinched cuff, and I did make it maybe 2 inches longer than the pattern called for. I just wanted that real feminine sleeve. And the size also I made extra longer because I'm quite tall. So I didn't want it really cropped. I wanted it sort of to sit below my waist. It's got a twisted rib on the bottom. I'll just jump up a bit so you can see. That's the bottom. So it's a really nice fit. It's got a double folded neckband, lots of beautiful bobble flowers, cables, twisted stitches, quite complex. And I did kind of lose steam, which is part of the reason why I decided not to put patterning on the sleeves. I just felt I wanted to get this done. But now I love it. The color, it's like a taupe. It's actually called Stone, and it's a 10-ply Bendigo Woolen Mills wool. It's really warm. I've worn it quite a few times lately because the weather's really cold. Yeah, so really happy in the end. Top down, no seaming, just a few ends to weave in. Would I knit it again? No. No, I do love it, but I wouldn't knit it again. I don't really knit patterns twice. I like to try new things. Yeah, so that's my first finished garment. Just before I got to the end of that, I was, like I said, getting really a bit tired of it. So I thought I'd change things up again, and my daughter requested that I make her one of those big plushy toys, and she found a pattern on TikTok, and it was called the Crochet Chonky Whale, and it was a free pattern, and it's made out of that plushy synthetic fiber. So I went down to Lincraft, which is our local branded shop, and I bought a really chunky, plushy, sort of velvety textured, super soft wool. And I made this whale, which I thought was going to be quite small, but he's turned out huge. And he's crocheted. I don't do very much amigurumi. I have done bits and pieces, but definitely nothing this big. So I'm just going to bring him up. Here he is. He's got eyes here, which in hindsight we should have got bigger beaded eyes. Anyway, for the size of him. So here he is. He's got his whale tail and fins. He's really cozy. I stuffed him with just stuffing, toy stuffing. A couple of days, I kind of got a bit addicted to finishing him. And she loves him. He's on her bed now. And I had some fun. I would do this again. It's not very hard. It was a tutorial, free, also, that she had with the pattern. I'll link it in my description if anyone else wants to make him. She's got lots of other plushy and amigurumi toys. Yeah, so that's him. So I did that, I did him, and then I also started, just before I finished this off, a little scarf for my daughter, my older daughter, who's 19 and pretty knit worthy. I have knit her different things over the years. Some she loves and some I don't ever see again, so I assume she doesn't love them. She likes those little skinny scarves, and she's into her neutrals. So I had some of the Fiddlesticks Pepin. Now I know this is going to come back the front, so I'll try it this way and see if it comes up on the camera the right way. It's beautiful. It's a 10-ply merino, 100% merino, Pepin 10 Australian fine merino. And yeah, it's so soft. And this is another colour similar to this, it's just probably darker, and I'm just making up a pattern, a ribbed 6x6 ribbed pattern, and I'm just slipping the first stitch to create a nice edge. It's getting quite long. I only had 2 balls and I thought, oh, that'll be enough. And I now see that I'm only halfway and I need to order 2 more balls from some stockist in Australia, which I don't know who stocks this. I know Spotlight and Lincraft don't stock this wool, so I'll have to have a bit of a look and order some more, but it's really nice. I even made one for myself. So yeah, she just wants to wrap it kind of around like that a couple of times, and I think it's so nice. I think it won't take me long. This only took 2 nights, would you believe? 2 nights. And it's on 5mm needles. Yeah. So moving along with that one. So just waiting on the wool. I'm sorry if you can hear that sawing in the background. My partner's doing some home maintenance and just at this time. So I hope that's not too annoying. So that's a work in progress. Since I finished this, I didn't want to start. I always go through a period of procrastination and not sure what to invest my time in next. Even though I save heaps of patterns on Instagram, I get a bit stuck on what to make. So I thought I'll just make some little accessories. And my mum gave me this beautiful book for my birthday. No, for Christmas. Beautiful. It's called Knitting Accessories. And it's got the most gorgeous patterns. Socks, shawls, shrugs, scarves, cowls, gloves. So at dusk, I kind of walk the dog and it gets really cold and my hands get cold. So I thought I'll use some scrap yarn that I've got and make these beautiful fingerless mitts. I'll show you. It's a pattern by Mary Jane Mucklestone. Here they are. And instead of using all of those colours, I thought I'll just use some shades of blue, which I don't normally wear very much blue. It's a cool colour and I prefer warmer tones, but I thought in gloves it will be fine. So I finished one and I have blocked it. So this is my fairisle mitt. I'll just come up a bit closer so you can see that beautiful pattern. I particularly like this section. It was so quick, and I made them quite long. You can fold them like that and put it on so you can see that they're just a beautiful fit. So this is about a worsted or 10 ply weight. It's got a little thumb. I did these on DPNs, 4mm I believe, and the cuff on 3.25 to get a nice tight gauge. Yeah, so there, I'll have the other one finished I think in the next couple of nights. And they're really nice, so soft. Most of this wool this is a Bendigo Luxury, and I'm not sure what the blues are. They're just little scrappy bits I had. There's 3 different shades of blue in there. And I have started the other one. So that's my cuff just finished, and I'm about to start the colour work section. I really enjoy doing colour work. So maybe something in a jumper for the next project. I've got also lots of wool in a bamboo merino blend. That would be nice in a cardigan. I really like wearing those long line cardigans, so I even thought I might make a long line cardigan, which I think I'll get a lot of wear out of. So it's about finding, you know, something you enjoy knitting and something that's going to be practical. I do think about the practicalities of what I'm making as well as all the beautiful things. So yeah, that's a little roundup of where I am with my knitting. I've been quite busy with my work, so I haven't had those afternoons or days to spend knitting. It's really just been at night, and often some nights can go by and I'm too tired. So I wouldn't say I've invested a lot of time in my knitting in the last few weeks. Yeah, so little bits when I can, where I can, and making progress. But I keep watching all the YouTube channels, and I keep looking at all the inspiration on Instagram, which I just love in my free time to do that. I'm not a huge Ravelry user. I love to get patterns from books, and I also see patterns on Instagram that I'll save. So, and also from the library, and books in my collection, and books from the op shop, little magazines from the op shop, brochures, vintage patterns. I love sifting through all of those also. Yeah, so that's where I am, just a short little one today, and I hope everyone's well and enjoying your knitting, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere where it's getting cold and we get to wear all our woolly makes. Yeah, thank you for watching. If anyone has any comments or feedback for me, please let me know. I'm always happy to hear from people with like-minded interests. All right, thank you, and see you again soon. Bye.